Right. So now I'm taking the linear color and I'm going to add up the things like we'll try to figure out what is in here. So they got a greenish one. So I can click on this small bar and click on the color I want. Then after I can double click on anywhere I want, which will give me a color controller in my linear. Right, and this, of course, I'm going to take. Yeah, something like this. Right, and what it was want. The range. Why it is not giving me the. Okay, there you go. So yeah, I can change it like this. So now I'm done with my brush, the linear brush. So now I'm going to go it like this, and I have to choose the color bucket, and I just press it. So that background is created. Right, then they're asking you to take a new layer. A new layer, right? So how we are going to take a new layer? You can simply go File and New Layer. I'm sorry, not the file. You can go to this particular layer position in place, and you can right click and start a new layer. So like in your right, this upper layer, it contains what happens to my, let me off this. Something, hold on people. No, the color palette, never mind. I'll do it again. Right, so I made my brush and I'm taking again this one, okay. And background is done. They are asking me to take a new layer and label it as text. So this is background. Once I double click on it, I can give it a name. Right, and I'm taking a new layer, right click in here and taking a new layer, or you can take it from here. And that layer is the text layer of mine. So text. So I got my background in the background layer and text over here, text layer. So to the text layer, I'm going to take a text and write something. Since today is Children's Day, happy Children's Day. And I can change the appearance. Some properties are missing over here. Hold on.
I made the mask at the top.
That's nice. Oh, that's a dirty mask, right?
Yes, and it's a pretty dog.
Okay, so my text layer has the text, background layer has the background. Right, so now my text and background is done. And yeah. Yeah, so here it says select text and use in properties window, edit its captions. So let's select the text. And I can't see my properties window, so I'll take my properties window. Windows, where's my properties window? Object properties. There you go. These are the object properties, so you can take it if it is not being visible to you. You can go to the Windows and toolbars. I'm sorry, Windows and object properties over here. And here I can make it bigger in font. So this is 24 size. That's quite big. Take 20. And some different. Okay, these kind of things are happening. Okay. That's bad luck. Hold on, people.
Two pieces of. We need one piece of. Um, tape. Tape.
I can make it bigger. And what is the font type that they are asking us to select? Curves empty, okay. All right, here it goes. Right, so the properties are done. And then the effect part. So now I right click on the text and I'm moving to the effects and I click on the add. So can you see what is happening for the text? So they automatically shows us like what kind of animation that we can apply to the text. So these are the effects that we have. All right, appearance and disappearing, bed, beads and widths, and blaster, blinds, blurring, boomerang, burning, different kinds of things can be given. Like in your textbook, they say like falling leaf, something like this. Right, burning is much attractive. So once you have selected this particular one, then you can press OK. Right now, you won't see the animation that I have done, so I have to play to see that. Oh, why is that? Oh, my text layer. Something wrong with my text layer. Let me save this, otherwise. So it comes with background. Take a new layer for text. Right. So I guess this is going to work now. So I'm going to the text layer again, right click, go to the effects, add. So as it says, I'm going to add the falling leaf first and say, okay. Yeah, I think now it's going to work. And now I'm going to have my background. Can you see this? My background is at the very first keyframe and not in the other keyframes. So what we can do is, and what the book suggests is, see, select background time frame and right click on 83 and at the end of the text frame and select insert keyframe, the one that we did earlier. Now my animation wheel goes on like this from frame to frame, and this key is going to be the last frame, and I have to go to the background layer and click the specific last frame of the text and right click and I say insert keyframe. So when I insert a keyframe anywhere, you can find how it is going to happen. Now I'm moving to the very first frame and playing the video. So this is how it happens. And in your export, you won't see anything like the shadow of the text, like you saw it here. So like if you export this file to the desktop, so you can see the one we have done. Yeah, this is how it happens with the animated text. Right, are we clear about this, people? Yes, everyone? Is that clear? Okay. So if you want, you can change the effect of the text by going to the add and yes, those kind of things are there. Right, you can have something like this. It's kind of nice. Right, if I say okay, and you can see the radiate is animation which is very small. The keyframe needs to be taken over here. So let me take this away. So I'm going to play it here. This is how it's going to be. So if we export it, and there you go. Right, so likewise, you can apply many different animations for a specific text. Okay. Now we are coming to that small animation designing part. This is not in your syllabus, but I'm telling you this for your interest, right? Let me take a new movie or like a new working area. People hold on a second. Okay, so our plan is to animate who? This boy. Right now, what I have done is I have downloaded this picture from the internet, and using the GIMP tool, I have cropped these images individually from same size, right? So then what I'm going to do is, when I'm going to the vector in G02, I insert a picture. Right, so I have these 8 images actually. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to import one by one onto my stage. Right, so here comes a one. and I move here. Right, so for the second frame, in the first frame, I have him like this. In the second frame, I'm going to have him oh yes, I need a keyframe over here. Without the keyframe, it's better we take a blank frame. Yeah, insert a blank keyframe. Oh my God, what's happened to my character? Here I'm taking the second. So they are kind of loading in the same position. Okay. So I'm inserting a blank keyframe and I'm taking 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay, the last one, it's suppose. Take an image. Oh, there are 2 more to go. Ah, that's not good. Why was that? Let's see, some background is getting added. Anyway. The last keyframe. Okay, so if I play this, yeah, it's going to be like that. Got it, people? This is something extra, right? You can find lots of animation stuff from the internet, and you can do something very creative. People, is that clear? Right. Okay, so from here, like that's all regarding the tutorial Giotto. So now we can move to the audio editing tool, which we call the Audacity. People, hold on a second. Yeah, sorry for the disturbance, people. Have to run here and there today. Right, so this is regarding the audio editing software. So here we can record our audios as well as we can take any audio and edit. Editing means like this is not a professional tool, but it gives us the help to trim the audio, like that means keeping the part whatever you want and get rid of the other, or else you can mute the audio if you want, or else you can copy down the audio segments, right? And even it help us to draw the audio as well, the audio track. But for that, of course, you need a better knowledge about it, because like without having that knowledge, it's pointless of drawing it, right? And as well as this is allowing you to record your own video audio, right? So these operators, or like these buttons are there to do the recording. From this red color button I can start recording, and it will show the things, and I'll show you how it happens. Check 1, this is the multimedia class of grade 11 O level. Check 2, check 3, and check 4. So I can press on the stop button to stop my recordings, and then I can play. I'll share the screen with sound. Hold on. Now you will be able to hear the sound. Let's see. Check 1. This is the multimedia class of grade 11 O level. Check 2, check 3, and check 4. Yeah. Could you hear that, people? Right. So what you can do is like when you have a particular animation that you have done, if you want to take a soundtrack or like edit a soundtrack kind of a thing to be matched with that animation, you can use this, right? So your tools are over here, most of your tools, right? So at the top, you generally have your menu bars, right? And after that, you have your recording tools. And this particular tool is to manage the playback speed. So it will determine whether I am saying it much speeder and saying it much slower, right? So I can select my line by using this selection tool over here, right? So when you have that tool, you can click and drag anywhere else, wherever you want to do the selection, and you can expand the selection by moving to their edges. Once you have this hand icon, you can click and drag. So, right, so it can spread. So I'll select it from beginning to end. And if I play my audio using this play button, right over the playback speed. So it will play. Check 1. This is the multimedia class of grade 11 O level. Check 2, check 3, and check 4. And by adjusting this here and there, it will help me to speed up what I'm going to say and slower down. So I'll normally take as 1. So like just hear what happens when I am dragging this dot here and there, right? Check 1. This is the check 2, check 3, and check 4. Did you hear that, people? All right, so let me do it again. Yeah, it's funny, Sasrika, I know. All right, so I'm playing it from here. Check one. This is the
multimedia class of grade 11.
Now it is slower down.
Check 2, check 3 and check 4.
All right. Or else you can play it with a high
Check
speed one.
1.
This is the multimedia class of grade 11, Oliver. Check 2, check 3 and check 4.
Yeah, you can apply the chipmunk sound when you make the playback speed like greater than 1. All right. So you can do those changes with this. And if I change the playback speed somewhere over here, let's say 1.4.
Check 1. This is the multimedia class of grade 11, Oliver. Check 2, check 3 and check 4.
All right, let's sharpen it a little bit more, like up to 2. Yeah. And I'm playing it.
Check 1. This is the multimedia class of grade 11, Oliver. Check 2, check 3 and check 4.
Yes. Now we can go to the file and we can export it and see. Export it as MP3 and I'll export this as speed voice. I can press save. It gives all the audio properties. You can put an artist name, track title, and all these things. And then you can press OK. We'll go and try the audio that we have done. Check 1. This is the yes, multimedia class of grade 11. The playback has check not 2, been applied to this. Check 4. All right. So let's see why. Playback speed is like set over here. Check 1. Check 1. This is the yeah, maybe because it's kind of a narration that we have done from this. So let me go through it and see why it is not working, right? Okay, so for the moment, it is the way that you are going to change the playback audio and video. And from this is what we call envelope tool. Envelope tool will help you to increase the volume levels, and not only in one place. You can manage the levels in different manners. If you click with it at some particular ends, it will allow you to manage it in different ways. All right, I wonder whether this is, let me reduce the volume much closer to the mute. Let's play it and see. Check 1. This is the multimedia class of grade 11, O-level. Check 2. Check 1. Yeah, it has a small variant, but not that much. I think now you can hear that. Check 1. This is the yeah. Can you see multimedia that? Class of grade. Check 1. This is the. Can you experience that, people? So it reduces the volume levels in a greater time, right? So like the fluctuation of voice can be managed through that. That is what we call envelope tool, right? And this is draw tool, right? So like draw tool will help you to draw a particular audio, but to do that, I'll take this to the original way. Like to draw, you have to zoom this particular track, right? Otherwise, it won't help you to do the sampling. It says to use draw, zoom in further until you can see the individual samples. So I have to use my magnifier. You can use your magnifier from here, from these two ones, or else you can hit the control button and mouse wheel up. Still, it is not sufficient, right? When we are like trying to edit, it gives us the same one. So yeah, now you can see the individual samples, right? This is what you call individual samples, and you can change right. So if you use these dots, see, 1, I can increase. I'm just clicking and dragging, that's all. Right. And since this has zoomed into a much greater value, you won't experience the change that I have done, but there is some noise at the beginning of the track now. Let me check it. Is check 1. This is the that's not sufficient, people. Like since it is a very small part, like if you think about the seconds, yeah, it is like 0.0 less than 0.01, right? Right? So if you want to do the changes, right, it won't show us a quick response of it. So anyway, this is the way that you are going to edit the track, right? So when you are doing the professional editing, and when you have a good knowledge about sound management, you can use these tools in a much handy way. And this is the magnifying tool. I talked to you about it. And this is what we call the time shift tool. Now, time shift tool will help you to drag your timelines. So you can use the time shift tool and you can shift your timeline, right? So that means the audio clip can be placed here and there. So you can add something in the beginning and also you can add something in the end, likewise. Right, and the multi-tool that gives you the all these tools at once. See this multi-tool, at some place it's working as a selection. And in these places, it works as the envelope. All right, and wait out whether the time shifting is given to them. Yeah, it's shifting tool is not enabled over here, I guess. No. So you can do the things which you have done from the envelope tool as well as the selection tool. Right, so two tools are here, multi-tools. All right, and this, of course, this mic and the speaker, it shows what are the volume levels that we use. This is the, it is multimedia class of grade 11, O level, check 2, check 3, and check 4. Yeah, see? So when I'm having the original recording, when I play this, just see. Check 1, this is the it shows how multimedia class of grade 11 O level. Check 2, that my check 3, and check 4. The video's volume is going to be. As well as when you are talking to the microphone, you can see the microphone level. So I can say start monitoring. So now I am talking. So it shows when I am talking slowly and less loudly, you can see it's a small volume bar, it is being raised. But if I talk to you in high profile, it monitors the waves are coming in a frequent manner. So I can stop monitoring. Okay, people, are we clear so far about the tools of the Audacity? Okay. So the next I'm going to tell you like what is the purpose of these things. So as we all know, the scissor stands for the cut. This is for the copy, and this particular board is the clipboard. And at the right hand side of it, it has trim audio. Trimming means like you can select any particular audio part from your audio, and you can get rid of all other parts. Now let's say I need this audio from here to here only. I don't need the rest of the things. So I can select this and I can press trim. So it will keep only the part that we have selected and take those things away. And in case if you have done any mistake, you can always do an undo to come to the previous one. Control Z, it's not going to change. So always Control Z. And muting. Let's say I need to mute this particular part. So I can mute it. So once you play it from here, this is the you won't hear anything at the muted part. See? The multimedia class of grade 11 O level. See? The multimedia class of grade 11 O level. Check 3 and check 4. Yes, so check 2 is not there. We have silent it out. Okay. So those are the basic things that we have to learn about the Audacity. So rest of the things are like little bit advanced type of things. So you can experience them. Many video tutorials are there in the YouTube and internet kind of services. All right. So the basic knowledge is like that. People, are we clear about this thing? Right. So the next one is the video editing software. Right. And before I move to the video editing part, can I have the confirmation of these things, people? Did I ask you to copy down the toolbar of the GIMP to your books? Did I? I think I haven't. Did I ask you to write these things, people? No, I didn't, right? Okay. So it's like this, people. You really don't need to write this. If you can, you just take a photocopy and paste it onto your book. Anyway, you have to keep these transform tools, like not only the transform tools, all the tools from the game. You need to paste it onto your book, or like if you really have time to write this, so you can write it as well. Right. And regarding Vectorian Giotto, let's write about this two-dimensional animation. People like have some room to paste that toolboxes. And after that, have the heading two-dimensional animations. Ooh. Right, so through this, you can write these things. Yes, we can write. You can have this. And this as well. And don't forget to have a photocopy. Are we done, people? Let me know when you're done. People, are we done? All right. Anyone who is still writing? Moving forward to introduce what is an animation. So we'll write the basic terms of the frames, right? Yeah, you can write this particular line as the next point, which defines the animation. I'll use a different color. Yeah, plus this. And then we'll go for the basics of animations. Yeah, start writing these. So we have a little bit to go. So once you're done with this, I'll come to the rest of the things. Okay, are we done with this, people? All right, people. Anyone who is still writing? Okay, moving forward. So write about the twin frames as well. All right, moving forward. Just let me know if anyone is still writing. and you have to write about the frames as well as the blank keyframes. Okay, people. Yes, if you are done with this, we can end the session for today. So regarding the audio editing, I'll give you a short note regarding the audio editing, as well as I'm going to do the video editing by next week, where we are going to finish the session, finish the lesson of multimedia by next week. Right, so get ready to have the video editing with Windows Movie Maker. Right, then of course we are going to have an end of this lesson. Right. Okay, people. So thank you very much. And I'll see you on next week for the very same time. Right. Okay. Have a nice weekend, people. Thank you very much.